Hi everyone. So I've moved back to my mansion. It's a Mitsubishi Lancer. I'm living in it quite comfortably actually compared to the apartment I was living in. Uh, I like my personal space. Don't get me wrong. I like to interact with other people too, but I also like to retreat to my personal space. And especially with such mobility and having being able to park anywhere I want to every night. Anyways, this is the car that has gone the most miles without an accident that I've driven. I've already circled the equator of the Earth once. I'm on my second lap, and my goal is to get to the moon without an accident. That's 250,000 miles approximately. But there are a few things that have inspired me to not have an accident. Everybody was telling me to just stay safe, follow the rules. I did follow the rules, and I never drink. I don't text and drive. I sometimes I might talk on the phone while driving, never texting with speakerphone, of course. Um, Sometimes I'm very addicted to writing computer games. I've been known to write stuff at a stoplight, and the light will turn green, and people will be punching their horns at me. That I have been known to do. It just hard pounding into me. Like, don't do these things. Didn't do the trick for me. What did do the trick for me was to find the motivation. What had happened was that I started dating again after many years. I had a bad relationship experience when I was working on my PhD. This was 8 years ago now, and I took a very long hiatus from dating as a result. And when I wasn't dating, I didn't care anymore. I gained a lot of weight. I got in trouble with my cars. I started having other problems because I didn't need to attract a girl. I started to, well, you watch my videos, my hair was a mess during the time when I wasn't dating. I started getting addicted to writing my computer games and not sleeping correctly. I started to just live the wild life because I didn't need to attract anybody. Now that I want to start dating again, I feel I'm more straight. So anyways, I didn't want to have another accident and just be a mess. I already had 4 accidents. My car insurance rates are going to be super expensive the next time I have an accident. I barely was able to get this policy. Obviously, it's a huge financial burden. Whether or not I get another car, to have the accident. Anyways, I was worried that nobody will want to get involved with me if my driving record was a mess. The other inspiration I have, this is a little bit more romantic, was I was following the space mission Cassini, and I had learned that it had been in space for 20 years. This September, the mission finally ended. What had happened was that NASA had initially wanted Cassini to stay in orbit around Jupiter indefinitely, but they discovered, or around Saturn, I mean, indefinitely, but they discovered that Saturn has a moon called Enceladus, which has a liquid ocean underneath its ice surface. It might have life, and they didn't want to contaminate that life. When they launched from Earth, there were a lot of bacteria from Earth that might have picked up a ride from it from Cassini, and if they crashed into Enceladus, it might colonize Enceladus, and then in the future, it would be hard to tell if it had its own life, or it could just kill whatever life was on Enceladus. Whatever the case was, Cassini itself also had a radioactive battery inside, so it probably wouldn't be very good to contaminate life with. So what they had decided to do was to deorbit Cassini into Saturn. In the process of doing that, they could get one last reading of Saturn, of course. It wasn't a total loss. But I was reading about this, and I discovered that Cassini had been in space for 20 years, and I came to realize that I have never owned anything for 20 years. and it's just really sad. And I want my car to last 20 years, and I want to take it on a grand finale as well. I'm thinking, because I don't like the United States anyway, I'm thinking when I finally do leave the United States, maybe I'll leave in this car. Hopefully, we'll have a bridge across the Bering Strait by then. There are two places in the world I want to move to, and both of them are across the Bering Strait. So, but then I'll take my car on a grand finale. And see, these two stories have just really inspired me to not have an accident when everybody else pounding into my head about how I might die or get hurt or kill somebody. None of that worked. And it's just been great. I haven't even had a fender bender in this car. I've had it for 11 months now, and it's already circled the Earth one time. Thanks for watching.